Hey, what up though guys? Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I want to say RIP TikTok. It went down tonight and I'm sorry for everybody that was sad and disappointed about it. I know there's tons of you that love TikTok and has built platforms, made great relationships, and just remember that it's not the app. It's the people that go on the app. It's the people that make these apps. And there are so many other platforms that can be just as good. So let's just see what happens in the following week, the following month. It might not be goodbye forever. Okay, guys, I wanted to jump in here because I know that TikTok is back up and running. And, through the countdown, I kept hearing so many he said, she said to where Biden was going to stall it or TikTok was going to put an appeal to make it be up longer. So, to smash all of the gossip and not knowing, I am going to add this clip in so that way everyone can know the future of TikTok and hopefully it'll ease some people's minds.
TikTok without my approval, meaning the president's approval, because Congress gave the president the right to make a deal, do whatever he wants. And they did that a long time ago when they had a different president. They didn't know that I was going to be the president, I guess. So I said very simply, a joint venture. So if TikTok is worth nothing, zero, without an approval. If you don't approve, they're out of business, they're worth nothing. If you do approve, they're worth like $1 trillion. They're worth some crazy number. So I said, I'll approve, but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. I'm approving on behalf of the United States. So they'll have a partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. All we're doing is giving them the approval, without which they don't have anything. So I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think? Good?
Boss lady video. This one's kind of long, so I know there'll probably be a lot of editing. So let's just get into it.
They're starting to show their true colors the last few days, which is the feedback that I'm getting and the feedback that I'm seeing on Discord. A lot of that. Making things up on Photoshop, and people are actually starting to fall for it, which is insane. It's crazy.
Why do these people do this? They always accuse people of stuff that they're actually doing. It's hilarious. And nobody is falling for anything. It's that other people actually bring receipts. They show that you're lying. So maybe you should take a couple notes on that.
People, here we go. People are actually starting to fall for it. And that, again, like I talked about this morning with the different followings of different, got to be careful with the verbiage. When you follow somebody and believe everything that they say is truth and ragging on my religion, it's just...
Nobody is ragging on your religion. What people are saying is that it's ridiculous that you come on here as this godly woman, but yet can't even speak the truth. That's what people are saying.
So sad. So sad. But there's also another thing called hypocrisy. And, there are HIPAA laws, and I have to be careful with certain things that I have acquired, but
what?
I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but, don't sit and act like you're better than everybody else. And, every week it's somebody they have to hate. I did post a docket that you're able to get into, and you can type in people's names. You don't need, FOIA allows that. FOIA allows that. Freedom of Information Act allows you to divest in that. So again,
Did you just learn this, Miss Paralegal?
Showed mine. Somebody thought they were being slick. I was weeks ahead of her.
I don't believe that. I don't believe you were weeks ahead of nothing. I think that you did not have the slightest clue that any of this was going to happen. That's why you kept running your mouth, kept lying. You just kept going on, thinking that nobody was going to look into you, thinking that you could get away with it because it was Lisa and her family. That's what you thought. You didn't see any of this coming. No, I don't believe you. You're a week ahead. No, absolutely not.
She said that all my stuff was fake and the stuff I posted was fake. But then, again, what she says is golden. She doesn't lie. And
it's hard to lie when you have proof of what you're saying, ma'am.
There you have it. So, no narcissism here. I am a straight shooter. I tell you guys everything. I'm not ashamed of anything because that makes me who I am today.
It's funny you even have to point that out.
The only reason that I'm acquiring an expungement is because I'm going to go and speak with this ministry inside locked facilities, and you're unable to do that.
Hold on, ma'am. Because I just watched a video of yours. This was like a couple weeks ago. A video from a couple weeks ago. That you said you'd already do this. Yeah. You said you go back and talk at these prisons. Oh, I'm going to find it.
Did you ever go to prison?
I did. Let's see. Okay, so first of all, which I'm sure you guys have seen, in 2004, went down for forging a prescription, which is called illegal processing of drug documents. I do have the prison numbers tattooed. Monique came down, what year was that? Hold on. She did a program at ORW. It was called You May Be My Cellmate or something. Met her. Amazing person. She was great. Loved Monique. Thank you. Yeah, I was, now I go back and speak and talk, and let them know it's not the end of the world,
Yeah.
So I'm getting that taken off only for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I want to get out there and actually help people. That is my goal in life, is to help, whether it be as a counselor.
Was she going to say counselor? Was she going to say counselor? Because I know I seen a video that says, hold on a second. Don't interrupt me. I know I seen a video of her that said, oh, I could never be a counselor. I don't have the patience for that. Keep talking. Just keep talking.
No, I would never be a counselor. Nope. Never. Nope. I don't have the patience for that crap. So here's the thing like how I am. Like, I have turned people away, and as a counselor, you can't turn people away. If you're not working a program, I'm not going to work with you. I don't waste my time. So I'm just not going to do it. So that's just how it is.
Just keep talking.
It's happening. Nobody knows what that means. CD stands for chemical dependency. I met an amazing man who was my CD counselor at SRCCC, and that man, for some reason, was able to crack me and help me. So we went to Dr. Bob's house in Akron, did a lot of stuff. Like, he really opened my eyes to a lot of things, helped me get over that stubbornness, which sadly is the problem.
Too bad he couldn't help you with your lying.
With most addiction is that stubbornness. Is this my Diet Coke? So I have nothing like that. No narcissism. I still see But again, I am just trying to pass on the knowledge and the help that helped me.
That really bothers you, huh? That people keep calling you a narcissist? Because I don't know why you have to keep bringing that up.
Um, that's the only reason I started watching Lisa. Decided to do a study on her and the effects around her.
What study are you
doing? And it ended
doing?
up turning into something else, which I was able to use to my benefit. That will all be explained later. But I just wanted to let you guys know, please just.
You said that you said that's why you started watching Lisa, because I know you said that you started your page to tell your story, things that happened to you, because you wanted to help people and share what helped you in your recovery. Huh.
These people are con artists, and they're going to continue drilling stuff into your head so you wholeheartedly believe them. Hey, boy, do I got to talk to you. They're going to keep drilling stuff and drilling stuff and drilling stuff in your head, and it's I'm trying to think. We learned about that in psychology, what that is. Almost like a coercion.
Wait a second. Did she say in psychology?
And you
So now you went to school for psychology, or are you going to school for psychology? What's the story? What's the lie here?
These people, they all come over here saying the same thing: misinformation, misinformation, misinformation. Nothing has been. I've not showed any misinformation on this page. Everything that I have.
You're right. You haven't showed anything. That's the point. You haven't shown anything to back up what you say. And you have said misinformation. You have said the most ridiculous things. On top of that, you just like randomly say things about Lisa. That's not even true. That you know pretty much nothing about her. You don't even know the basics. But you wanted to help her? I don't know.
Like, for instance, Lily did not show me. I mean, she did show me messages with Ronnie begging for money, but the amount that I saw that Lily gave was not what she said. But good afternoon, when I called Ronnie out and knew that she was scamming people, that's when these ladies started to attack me. And when it came out that it was true, literally until just last week, I believe Villain was one of the ones. Like I said, I posted her the screenshot that I was sent, just because every time she does one, I'm going to do one. And I think I'm about 10 behind, so
yeah,
I have a lot of catching up to do. But I got a few more people I got to talk to, and then I'll probably just put it all at once. Anyway, just until the other day, she was still going hard for Ronnie, thinking Ronnie was innocent in all this.
What?
And there's, 100 women right behind.
What do you consider going hard for Ronnie? Because I haven't seen her say anything about Ronnie in a while. The last thing I heard Villain say about Ronnie is that she knew about her situation before it came out. That was it.
You're believing her. Coming after me. And anybody in their right mind that heard that audio of that baby, I still can't believe people actually stuck up for her. That was so sick.
I think you're not understanding. I don't think it's people sticking up for Ronnie. I think it's people calling you out for misinformation, for lying, and saying anything on your platform without any proof. I don't know how many times people have to tell you this, but you're not getting it. Nobody is co-signing or saying, what Ronnie did in that audio was right. I haven't heard one person say that.
But make sure you watch the stuff that I'm sharing. There's a few pages that are starting to rapidly come out showing the scams, and please stop donating to stuff that she posts. Please, they're not reputable causes. They're not reputable anything. The DV shelter went right in her pocket. All that money went right in her pocket. She was.
If you haven't seen it, I made a short on this little thing that she just said right here that proves where that money went to. And it went exactly where Villain said it went. So try again.
Charged for that. I believe that one was at Missouri or Boston. Could somebody, I don't want anybody saying anything really in here because she didn't log into anybody's account. She's got 74 different accounts. Oh, this stuff smells good. Sorry, I'm a clean freak. I want to put stuff on my walls, but then they just get dusty, and I clean my house every day, all day, top to bottom. I'm so weird.
Weird? You're weird because you clean your house. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to clean your house. That's not weird whatsoever. It would be weird if you didn't.
Ugh. But again, if you're here, I'm hoping you will have an open mind and start thinking for yourself. I'm just trying to, most people have, like I said, I'm receiving, there's a lot of people's messages that I will not open up. But
wait. So because we don't believe everything that comes out your mouth, we don't think for ourselves. How does your mind work, ma'am? I would really love to open up your brain and see how your mind works, because it makes no sense. It's crazy that you cannot understand or grasp or fathom that people don't believe you or like you, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even fathom that. So they must not think for themselves. They must be trolls, right? It's time that you look in the mirror. Maybe watch your own lives. God bless you. Maybe watch your own lives and see the hypocrisy that comes from you.
If we lose TikTok in a week, I am taking this over to other channels just because, just the awareness. I want the awareness of people to know, stop, and like I said, if you have a husband or a boyfriend, I know for a fact that they can't stand the fact that you get online and go for this crap.
What?
Because this is insanity.
I can tell you right now that my husband is perfectly fine with me being online, because I don't sit online all day. My whole life doesn't revolve around this. He's not even home when I make videos, or he's asleep and I'll make him at night when everybody's asleep, and everything that I need to do in my life like a responsible adult is done, then I make time for this. So no, not every woman is you. Some people know how to keep home at home and the internet on the internet. And also, not all women act like you.
My best friend even called me just now. She was like, this is crazy. This is absolutely a circus. She's like, you have got to just get out of that. And I'm just waiting it out for the week just to see.
Maybe you should listen to her, because you make it a circus.
What happens with TikTok. But I'm trying to further my own career is what I'm doing. So,
oh, is that what you're doing?
Anybody that's going to school for psychology or chemical dependency, you know that you have to do so many hours of
This is her new thing now.
social studying, experiments. You got to do all this stuff. You won't be able to understand the minds and the tactics and the manipulation.
So how was it a social experiment if you were only making your account to tell your story to help other people, but now it's a social experiment? Okay.
Is he ready to go? I'm waiting for her to text back. I asked her if she could squeeze him in. I didn't know if she had any appointments. What? Do you want to go and put the clothes in the dryer for me? Chubsy Ubsy. Oh my gosh. There's the dryer sheets. Dryer sheets. Dryer sheets. Dryer sheets.
Okay.
There's dryer sheets. I put softener in on the rinse cycle, but make sure you put dryer sheets. He doesn't? Okay. Does he allow you to sit with this drama? Why is it happening? I know, yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I was just thinking about is, we see all this stuff online with her, and it makes me wonder if this is how she is online, then how is she as a parent? Does she just do all this mess in her real life to everybody? Because that's super sad for her kids.
Sit on TikTok and be a part of this drama. They can't stand it. Like I said, I was up at my ex's last night picking up my son, and I was like, hey, I just got a couple messages that this villain lady said she's gonna, because you guys heard how she already turned a lady in Michigan to CPS. Lady lost her kids but got it back. I'm not sure who that was, but somebody keep.
If you're not sure who that was, then you don't know the story, and you should not be speaking on it until you figure it out, right?
Well, I actually have I think the one's a guy. I really think the one's a guy, and he's the one that gave me names to start with, and then I just contacted this guy and got all the other stuff. But I was up at his house last night, and I said, hey, I just got this message that this lady is gonna get a hold of you. I said, I'm assuming she's gonna try to get custody taken away of our son. And I go, I guess she's going to call you because she's going to help you take custody. And he was like,
what?
For what? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I said, whatever she decides to make up this week. But I'm a damn good.
Oh my God. None of that was said. None of that was said. That's why people don't believe you. Period. She never said she was going to try to take your kids. Period. And if somebody is telling you this, why wouldn't you go find out yourself?
Mother, I really am. That's why I don't go live when my children are here. Well, my oldest, I don't care about that, but I don't let him hear stuff like this. I was live the other day, but I don't let him listen to this stuff.
What are you talking about? Your son, I hear your son in almost every live. I mean, not only that, you told a story how your son, when he hears you listening to Lisa, your son will say, are you listening to the Rat Cat again? Why does he even know that lady is on Rat?
I don't want them to be exposed to people like that, like Lisa. Like Mike, he'll hear me. And I'd be like, Mom, are you watching the, Racket again? I'm like, yeah. So I'll turn it down or put the earbuds in.
How does he even know what that is? Does he know what that is? Because let me tell you something. If my son hears Lisa, he doesn't even know who she is. He might have heard her voice before, but he does not know that these people are addicts. He knows I have a channel, and you know what he knows? That I correct people's bad behaviors, that I call people out for their behaviors. That's what he knows, because that's what I told him. That's all he should know. Your son is around the same age as mine. And I can tell you what, the word rack is not in his vocabulary.
Children should not. Which now she says she's coming after my children. She doesn't care. Somebody who does not care about the safety of children. But, I mean, those that are, parents that actually raise their children.
Who didn't raise their children? Who? This is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that you can get on here and just say whatever. Like, honestly, this is a different kind of crazy. This is a different level of crazy, to just completely just say anything and everything. Not Bad and I doing it. That's wild. You need to get off the internet. You need to get off the internet and worry about yourself. Worry about your mental health, really. That's what you really need to do.
But yeah, I'm thinking it started whenever I had brought out the information about Ronnie. That's actually what started it. Mm-hmm. A few, I don't want to call them creators, a few ladies came over in my life and said, hey, why don't you gather your people and bring it over to my life? And here's the thing with me. I don't join groups.
You don't want to call them creators? Why? Because you be telling the truth?
Clubs. I mean, I fly solo. Always have. I have my friends. But I keep to myself. I fly solo. So I said, no, no thank you, but have a good day. And that was it. The trouble started. It was, boss lady's lying about Ronnie. Ronnie is a victim. Why would she do this to her? And then some girl named Christy got on my inbox, which I should have never let her up there. She went on and on and on, calling me a horrible person for doing Mr. Ronnie. So she begged me to be a mod on here, and everybody said, no, she does that with everybody. Just, don't let her, because she'll take over your whole channel. I said, all right. Well, I was like, I don't do mods, so I don't care if you say something wrong, you're just out, because I don't allow bullying. I don't allow doxing. I don't allow any of that. And that's what started it. And then they just started making up stuff. And of course they brought Nookie in with it, and Nookie started the psycho, just harassing and just looking for anything in my house they could go on. And
ma'am, you do know that Nookie doesn't even do commentary on his channel. He doesn't say a word. He has a whole channel dedicated to scammers. Why, out of every one of those, he will go after you? You think you are more important than you actually are. That's the problem here.
Just chaos. That's what they thrive on, is the chaos. They love the chaos. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not doing that crap in my life. I like a night.
No, I think you like the attention. That's what I think. And if you are not doing it in your life, then you wouldn't be on talking about it every single day. It's real easy to log off, lady.
It's quiet, relaxing lifestyle. But
then TikTok ain't the place for you. So it's a good thing you won't have it anymore. But I'm sure you'll go on and spread all this on other platforms.
Will defend myself. I absolutely, whether it be in real life or on here. Most of the stuff I blow off, if it's a lie, I'm just like, whatever. That's just, you can tell. Every day something's going to be photoshopped. Something's going to be embellished. That's just what they do.
No, because you lie so much that nobody has to Photoshop anything, nothing at all. And if you weren't worried about it or don't pay no attention to it because it's a lie, then why bring it up? Because you bring it up all the time. You can't. Is it like, are you incapable of telling the truth? Is that what it is? I mean, you have to be a pathological liar. Something is not right here.
How they can sucker everybody into sending them gifts and just, it's salacious drama.
It's not suckering. That's the problem. Oh my gosh, your thinking is so off. It is. Lady, people send them gifts because they genuinely like them. And I get it, you don't understand that. But they like what they do, what they talk about, how they present themselves because they're credible. But you wouldn't understand.
That's all it is. It is. It sells. Sadly, it sells. But the more power you give them, the more exposure they get. And then the evil.
And you give them way too much power every time you open your mouth.
Will start coming. You know? I mean, again, they're cracking on religion. They're cracking on the Bible.
No.
They're saying who can and cannot read a Bible.
What? No, we think it's ridiculous that you come on here and talk about reading the Bible and whatever else and then go on with your lies. Because apparently you ain't reading that Bible, ma'am.
And thankfully, people are getting tired of it. And I really thank you guys for the messages, the encouragement. You don't have to be afraid of her. There's nothing. And if she does anything to you, I can give you the info. But there was plenty of phone calls made, plenty of emails sent out. There is nothing she can do.
What?
She has.
What?
Now, here's what you guys need to understand. Now, when you sue somebody, because I guess Raggedy's suing me. I'm not sure for what.
How are you not sure? I know. How are you not sure? You know. You know. Another lie.
You have to have some sort of asset to put a lien on. In other words, if somebody would sue me and let's say the judge says, okay, I'm going to award $20,000 in damages. Okay. Let's say I called her job and I get her fired and she can prove it was me. Okay. And she's like, I'm going to sue the boss. So she comes, she files, I don't know where she would file, her county, my county, whatever. Okay. She gets a judgment. Now, if she does get that judgment, I have to turn over any assets that I have. And if I don't pay her,
What?
or she don't pay me if I sue her, you just put a lien on their assets. So let's say I put a lien on her, what is that? Is that a house? Okay. I put a lien on the roof she has over her head. She can't sell that. She can't do anything until that lien is paid off.
Okay. What do we do?
I could detach wages. I could put a lien on a car if it was worth 10 grand. Like anything that's worth that or more, you put the lien on. But you can't just go around saying, I'm going to sue this person. It's just, that's...
You can.
First of all, civil suits are extremely hard. I've been a part of a few of them.
You can. I can go around and say that I'm going to sue whoever the hell I want. Remember? Freedom of speech. And it's not even the point. We know you ain't got shit, lady. That's not even the point. The point is your actions are fucking foul. And they're going to sue the shit out of you because you did do illegal shit. You can't just dox somebody. Period. And you cannot go around saying people are doing one thing when they are not. You cannot go around and tell people that they're doing, inappropriate photoshopping, inappropriate shit with children. And you know how they win that case, Miss Boss Lady? With proof, with evidence. defamation is a hard thing to prove, but not when you have proof. So I would start thinking really hard before you start speaking, because you think you cover your tracks. But the thing is, lady, is that there are people on here that have been on here way too long and have done this way longer than you, and they're on it.
I've won a few lawsuits in my time.
I'm sure.
And I think one you can still see online.
I think I was covering them
Because it did make it to the Supreme Court. However, that is a non-disclosure. Oh. Yeah, my air vents. You want to see my air vents? That was a shadow. And that's hilarious. Hang on a second. Let me show you my air vents. And it's actually the return in the bathroom when you take a shower. And if you can see, it's actually right there. It's got some paint.
Ma'am, this must really bothered you, because you keep talking about them air vents and showing people. Don't nobody give a fuck. If they were dirty, they were dirty. Say, yeah, they were dirty. I cleaned them. That should have been the end of it.
On it, but yeah, that's my vents. Super clean. Sorry. Super clean. No, nothing dirty in my home. Nothing dirty. I am
nothing
always
dirty
scrubbing.
but that mouth.
Always scrubbing. Always. I don't have pets. I don't like the dirt that comes along with pets. I mean, I'm not nothing against people that have pets. Me, I can't do
clean,
it.
You don't have to worry about it.
I can't do it. I don't like the smell of pets. My coffee up there. I just cannot do pets. I don't like.
If you keep your house clean, they won't smell. If you take care of your animals, they won't smell. And you know what? I think you just don't like animals, which I side-eye people who don't like animals, because that's weird. That's weird to me.
Hair, the stinky paws. I don't know why. I just always. My dad would never. We had a cat growing up, and my dad, we lived on a farm, and my dad wouldn't let us have pets in the home. He was like, they're just not.
How did you live on a farm and you don't like animals? How? That's a fucking dream, to live on a farm.
Oh no, they're doing another. Oh, my son's selling squares. I gotta buy some. I won like $1,000 last time.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
My air vents are not though. I mean, did you see it, or did you need to get up a little closer?
Are you?
I can show you.
No, it is not.
And it was funny because 3 people zoomed in on them and emailed it to me, and I was like, "You can see it's a shadow." Jesus.
Oh, don't make me go find that damn video with your air vents, lady. Because I can't believe a word you say, even about damn air vents.
And that's all she could say was my air vents. I literally just moved.
Then that's all you had to say.
10 days ago? Actually, it's been about 2 weeks. It was on New Year's.
Okay.
So I literally just moved. The landlord had it cleaned, and then I had another lady come through, her and her daughter, and they did really good for $200. There was nothing in here, but I made sure all the walls, everything was scrubbed down, so that way they get nice and dry, and I can start hanging my stuff up, which I have not. I need to get stuff up on the walls. I'm very much a clean freak.
Why do you have to keep saying it?
It drives my kids nuts. Nuts. I'll go to my best friend's house and start cleaning. I don't know why. I love to scrub. I have OCD really bad, and I'll sit and just scrub and pick, and oh my gosh, it's
weird that you have to keep saying this.
It's probably an illness, but if you see my 3 cleaning closets,
show them.
Come on. But so Boss Lady's bad because why now? Because she thought she saw some dust in my air vents. What was the other one?
What?
Because she got a hold of Lisa and tried to get her help.
What?
And she knew that Ronnie was the scam artist that she ended up getting exposed for. So if that's what I'm going down as being a horrible person for, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, lady, you are
I think
so
I'm
sadly
pretty good on that
mistaken.
one.
I don't know.
I'll
And you know
take
what?
it.
I wonder, do you really believe this stuff? Do you really believe it? Do you just believe your lies? Do you live in a state of delusion? Because this is a problem. There's just no way that you honestly think people are picking on you just because of your events, calling you out just because you tried to get a hold of Lisa to help her. Because I remember you actually stating that you reached out to Lisa and told her that you would give her your CA. And you said, I was just doing it just to start a conversation or whatever the fuck you said.
I baited her one time. Hey, you want to use my CA?
Weird.
I'll take it. So I'm trying to, when you go from, I lived there for 4 or 5 years and then went from there to a different, what do you want to say? Like a different setup. I had a really humongous basement and garage and all that in the last place. So I was able to have like a craft room because I sell stuff on eBay and Etsy. So
what happened?
I had to get a storage unit. So most of my stuff is in storage.
Why'd you move?
And I'm trying to bring it over here slowly because I don't like clutter.
Why would you move from all that to this?
So really there's nothing in this apartment. I got to put my bed together.
What?
So the mattress is kind of sitting there.
Huh? Lady, what was it like? 4 or 5 videos ago, you were talking about you needed your ex to come over to put your bed together. Why is your bed still not together? For somebody who is a clean freak and it's a problem, you have been setting up this apartment for, since before the New Year's. I was having a conversation about the same thing in the comment section. Now, I clean my house. Things are pretty organized. I'm by no means have OCD or is a clean freak. Maybe some people would say differently. Everybody lives different, right? But as much as you're on live, you could have been unboxing and getting your house together. When we moved, I got my house together in a week and a weekend. No bullshit. And I worked midnights. So I don't know how you can live around all those boxes and constantly needing to get into boxes when you're a clean freak.
I got to get the legs on my couches tonight.
But
I mean, if you want
have the legs on your couches? That's simple. You flip that bitch over and put them on.
This address yet, but if anybody's got, the guts to show up, hey, I'll give it to you.
Wow. Didn't we just talk about this in the last video? Didn't we just talk about this? Telling people to pull up when you got kids in your home? Think, people. Think. Don't be stupid. You don't know these people. You don't know how mentally stable some of these people are. They could live in your state, in your town, lady. And I guarantee you, if anyone came to your house, you would call the police. Or you would just go live. I'm sure that would be a great show, right? Something for you to talk about. Something for you to lie about. Right.
If my daughter laughing in the next room. Oh, but so far no one showed up. So sad. But anyway.
No, it would be sad if they did.
Well, I just wanted to clear that up about the narcissism.
Here we go again. Not a narcissist. Got it. Check.
Pretty much go out on a limb here and say they don't really know the definition because
Lady.
Well, and actually, I know why they said it, because I made a post about 4 or 5 days ago showing the manipulation of the narcissist. So they're always a week behind me. You know, I posted Lisa's uncle's obit where her mom was saying really creepy stuff, and 10 to 12 days later, Mandy posts it. And
Why? Why would you even post it? For what reason? Them people are not online. Them people are not on this app. So what's the reason? Content? Lisa's all the content you need, really. And there's so many others like her. Let's leave the families who are not on this app, who are not on here begging, who are not on here making fools of themselves alone. Please. Please. Just because you decided to get on the app does not mean you can drag other people's along with it. Right? Other people's family, I mean.
And then little old Raggedy posted it. So they're a little behind. Can't blame them. You know, they're starting to catch up a little bit, but
this woman is absolutely insane.
You know,
absolutely insane.
Still behind. I'll have a lot more info here soon. I put in a ton of requests today, so maybe I'll tell you guys about, since we want to kind of go true crime, there's that story I was telling you about. Please, the guy with the Innocence Project. He did a few years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. I don't know if you guys know that story. I know the guy. I grew up I didn't grow up next to his brother. His brother was our neighbor. So when he was in prison and they were doing fundraisers to get the DNA, you know, we helped raise a ton of money because the state of Ohio refused. Well, it wasn't the state, it was the county refused to do the DNA to prove his innocence. So they put him in prison with no DNA evidence. Super cool story. So actually, cool you know story? What? Tomorrow morning, we're gonna we'll talk about that. I'll tell you guys that story. It's actually super cool.
Oh my goodness, super. True crime is never a super cool story, ma'am. Please don't do true crime, please. We already have Blowhorn Betty, and if you do not know who that is, the best channel to look her up is Burnt Toast. And she does true crime, and she is a lot like you, actually, lady. I mean, you guys would be two of a kind. And she is a huge tragedy pimp and exploits all kinds of cases and just spreads a bunch of bullshit and inserts herself where she is not belonged. And I can see you taking that path. Let's not do that. Blowhorn Betty is enough.
And I'll give you guys like the timeline of what we did and where town. Well, the wife and his kids, they're divorced now. So anyway, if you can, stay away from the negativity. Just bypass it. It's just salacious drama to get you hooked. If you have a question about me or anything about me, I will gladly answer it as long as it comes with respect, because this channel is respect. Any disrespect, you will be booted. It's just how it is. It's how it's always been. That's how I run my channel. Don't like it? Go, to another channel where disrespect is key. There's plenty of them. But anyway, gonna run. Haircuts, mall, shopping, and then I will see you all tomorrow morning.
Okay, so the end of the video was a lot of choppiness. It kept skipping a lot. But, lady, the thing is that even when somebody respectfully comes to you and tries to tell you you have misinformation or correct you or give you any type of criticism, you block or get on a defense mode instead of actually listening, because that's what you need to start doing. You need to start listening, because these people are trying to help you, and it may seem like you're being attacked. because you know you're being a shitty person, because you know you are lying. And the fact that you do know that just seems like, well, this is just being intentional. And if that's the case, you are dangerous to the communities, all communities, whatever communities you're trying to get into or make, whether it's true crime or the sobriety or whatever. I think that this is just not for you. There's a lot of people that are going to have opinions about you, and just because they do doesn't mean they're attacking you, and you're not good with that at all. So okay, that is it. There's there's so much editing in this video because it is really a lot. She gets off on tangents. The last little bit was about true crime and religion and stuff like that, and I don't think she has any business talking about any of those things. I've seen her talk about a case that she completely got half of it wrong. I love true crime. I watch it all the time. I knew exactly what case she was talking about, and even that she couldn't get right. So thank you for coming and watching, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.